for me? Oh my goodness, it's for me. So you're probably trying to understand why in the world I just did that crazy or little goofy scene. This video is about shout outs, blitzes, and closing people. God closing people. Alright? So main thing that people don't know is that just like that, you saw the flowers and all that stuff, people like to feel good. People like to be excited. People like to be included. People like to know that it's not just about you, that it is about them and that it is something that benefits them. Alright? So we all know that Wake Up Now has the ability to help everybody out and has the ability to change everybody's life. Okay? If they use it correctly, Wake Up Now is a game changer. No matter what your lifestyle. We all know that it's a legit company. We all know that it's a partner. We're partnered up with Visa. We all know all the stores that are included in Wake Up Now. We know all of that stuff. And all you have to do as the independent business owner is get other people that are not a part of Wake Up Now to wake up or to understand what everything is and how to go about it. So, shout outs. Alright? Shout outs are like amazing. Alright, and I do it all the time because people like to hear their name. People always want to know, hey, shout out, or just something to let people know that I talked to this person. Oh my God, they said my name. I mentioned in the status. You'll be surprised how many people actually care about stuff like that. So regardless if I have an inquiry, if I have a new team member, if someone just joined, if someone told me no, I still shout them out. Just because they took that time that maybe another person was scared to, they took that time to come in, to chat me, to inbox me, to call me, to text me, and ask me what Wake Up Now is about. So anytime somebody does that, I make sure that, you know, like let's say John, you know, and I'll give you 3 scenarios. And John inboxes me and he says, oh my God, what is this Wake Up Now stuff that you're talking about and what is it? And I break down everything to him and he says, I'm down, I'm definitely in. Then I shout him out and I say, shout out to @John on Facebook for taking the time out to speak to me about Wake Up Now. I appreciate the time and I look forward to having you on the team. You know, and let's get you started and get to the money, okay? If someone says maybe, or, you know, something along those lines, I say shout out to John for actually contacting me and about Wake Up Now, and, you know, hopefully we can get you on the team soon. That way it shows that you weren't for sure, but the fact that he showed interest, you appreciate that, and you look forward to having him if he decides to do so. If someone says no, you know, then I still will say, you know, shout out to whomever or John again for contacting me, and I appreciate your time. You know, if you ever change your mind, one and the rest of the organization would love to have you, and this is definitely something that could benefit you. So, but thank you for your time. That way you're always exuding positive energy, and what you're also now noticing is every time you give somebody a shout out, it also shows that you're active. Now what it is it's kind of like reverse psychology. It's showing all the people that haven't contacted you yet why they should contact you, because everybody else is doing it. So it's almost like that same thing where people will send out stuff to different artists or different people that for a product that's not out yet, and they'll pay them to promote it. They'll pay them to walk around and wear it. They'll pay them to wear it in a commercial. They'll pay them to talk about it. And because if a celebrity is doing it, a whole bunch of other people are going to follow because there's some type of reputable source or somebody that they trust for whatever reason to actually wear that product, and they're more inclined to do it themselves. So in this way, if you're mentioning somebody's name and somebody that doesn't know you, you know, they're in a status, they're going to say, well, I wonder what John was looking into. And people are nosy. So if you tag somebody to the status or you shout them out, someone's going to say, well, what is John a part of that I'm not a part of? I want to be a part of something. I want to talk about something. And they're going to inbox you and ask you some questions, or they're going to add you as a friend. Okay, so you want to use that to your advantage. Blitzes. Do not use blitzes every single time you get a prospect. You should be able to tell who's actually interested versus who's just running their mouth and who's just being nosy. So if somebody is genuinely interested and you have someone that's a yes, but they're just waiting to get paid or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that you keep up their excitement. So if they say, you know, I'm going to sign up tomorrow, you know, or if they say I'm going to sign up on next Friday or something like that, shout them out initially, you know, and if whoever's in one or whatever, they happen to see it, they'll like the status, cool. But when it comes time for the day, you want to shout them out again and say, today's the big day. I'm ready to have you know, so-and-so on the team, and then go into the 600 club and say, hey guys, can I get a blitz? And only ask for a blitz on definite prospects to get them excited again if time has elapsed, to make them feel comfortable in knowing that they're not the only ones out there. So you have to be strategic, just like you are with your posts and everything else. You have to be strategic on how you ask for blitzes, because if we see you in the 600 club asking for all these blitzes continuously, we're going to get annoyed and we're going to be like, you again? Okay, let me go over to the status and do it. You know what I mean? So just be smart about it, okay? And the last thing that I wanted to talk about and touch on is closing. Closing. You know, always be closing. ABC. So think about ABC every single time you talk to somebody at one. If you start a conversation, you should be the one finishing the conversation. If somebody inboxes you, you should be the one finishing the conversation. And what do I mean by that? What do you mean by that, Megan? Okay, so if someone inboxes you, there's two ways you can go about it. You can automatically assume the close, or you can ask for the close. Whichever one you're comfortable with, but there's two different ways to do it, and I highly recommend that you do so. So if someone says, oh my God, I want to know what Wake Up Now is about, you go through the whole script, and at the last minute you say, you know, great, I would love to help you, you know, I would love to guide you to hitting that financial goal. I'm not going to go into the whole script because I made 2 other videos, or the first video goes over the script and you should have watched that, okay? But if you say, I'd love to help you with actually hitting that financial goal, and you're letting them know that it's not all about you, that you're just trying to get a sale, but you're actually trying to help them out, and as a team, we can make money together, because this is true. With one, everybody makes money together. If one person's not making money and you're not helping them succeed, that hurts your pocket, and that's what this is about. So closing. Let's stay focused, okay? If someone says, you know, you go over the whole spiel and you say, I'd love to guide you to hitting that goal, the next thing you should be doing is either saying, here's the link, let's go ahead and sign you up. Okay, you're obviously by a computer. Go ahead and click on this link for me, and then click on sign up. Let me know when you're there. Okay? Something's going to happen. They're either going to say, wait a minute, I'm not sure, I want to think about it. And then you can talk to them, or get your upline on the phone and say, well, what are you concerned about? What questions do you have? This is like a no-brainer. So what questions do you have? And then they'll say, oh, well, you know, I just want to think about it. Well, what is there to think about? What do you need to think about? What do you need to talk to me about? Because I'm trying to get you on with me. I'm trying to help you make the money that I'm making right now. So what do you need to think about? And then they'll either say, I don't have the money right now, or I still want to think about it for whatever reason. So at that point, you want to say, okay, well, when are you going to have the money? And I'm going to follow up with you so that we can get you signed up on that day. Take their phone number down, take their email down, and their information on Facebook. Contact them on that day and get them signed up on that day. Okay, but every time somebody comes to you and brings up Wake Up Now, and you talk to them and you go over the whole spiel, if at the end of the conversation you don't say, okay, here's the link, go ahead and follow this so I can get you signed up today. If you don't say, let's get you signed up today, while they're excited, you just wasted your time. You follow me? Then what you can do is, if you're not comfortable with saying, okay, well, let's go ahead and get you signed up today. After you go over the information, if they're still not sure, you can do another way, and you could say, okay, well, hey, so that was great, right? And then they'll say, okay, yeah, absolutely. When you say, okay, that's great, say, okay, well, are you ready to sign up today? That's another way. Whatever it is, it's involving you saying, sign up today. Are you ready to sign up today? Or, okay, Great. I'm glad you like it. Let's get you signed up today. Go ahead and follow this link. And something's going to happen. They're going to either say, okay, or they're going to say, oh, wait until this day, and you can take that time and follow up. Or you can say, or they're going to say, oh, I'm not sure, and you can get an upline on the phone. And that all of those three ways are going to be different ways to increase the possibility of closing them out and getting them on the team. Okay? So every time you talk to somebody, whether it's via chat, whether it's over the phone, whether it's text messaging, or whether it's face-to-face, especially you guys that have cell phones or like iPhones, or if you have iPads, when you talk to them about Wake Up Now and they ask you about it, and they say that they're interested, you have a cell phone. You probably signed up for Wake Up Now on your cell phone if you didn't do it from your computer. Go to your cell phone, go to the page and say, let's get you signed up today. Walk them through it while they're standing right there and get them signed up right then and there. That way, there's no excuse because you actually walked them through it and you're standing right there. If you're via chat, say, here's my link. Go ahead and click on that. Let me get you signed up today. Assume that it's going to happen. Don't ask. Then, if they still say, oh, I don't know, find out the follow-up. If they, and then follow up with them on that day, find out the time they want you to follow up, contact them and say, okay, let's get you signed up on that day. If they're not sure and they're still kind of wavery and they feel like, oh, I'm not sure, show them the link again so that they can look at it and see that it's real, that it's a real website. They can do some extra research. Or get your upline on the phone with that person. Say, oh, you're still wavery, you're not sure? Here's my phone number. Give me your phone number. I'm going to call you right now. And then when you call them, say, hey, you know what? I understand that you're a little wavery, and I'm still fairly new to this, but because I'm not really that great at explaining what this is, I'm going to call my upline real fast and have them talk to you and tell you a little bit more so we can go ahead and get you signed up today. Don't ask them. Don't ask them anything. Then call whoever you need to call, whether it's myself or your upline or whomever, and then say, I'm going to call them on three-way and say, hey, I have my upline on the phone. He helped me. He told me about everything. I want him to talk to you. Have your upline talk to him. Do all the talking, and you just get quiet. Don't say nothing else. You just hush. Let us do the talking. And once we're done with the conversation and your upline gets off the phone, then you say, okay, wasn't that great? That makes sense, right? Absolutely. You see that we're real people. You see this is what we do. Let me go ahead and get you signed up. After all of that is done and you've done it 3 times or 4 times to try to get them signed up and they still say no, that's a no. Move on to the next one. All right? So that's just a little a quick tip on closing, on blitzes, and on shoutouts. All right, so make sure that you use that. And I think I'm done for videos this week. So next week we're gonna work on some new stuff. If you have any questions, go ahead and inbox me on Facebook at Scarlett Beverly, or go ahead and email me at casheasy247@gmail if you have any questions about this. And if you're watching this video just because you were like browsing on YouTube about Wake Up Now, you think I'm cool, you want to join my team, and want to make some extra money, go to www.wakeuptoincome.com and let's get it. All right, Cream Team, and everybody else, thank you for your time and have a good night.